The question will always be, what do you do with that rocket stage that got the rest of the rocket to do what it's supposed to do? Every single Apollo mission had a third stage that you have to ask, what are we going to do with it? And you know what they learned? If the stage crashes into the moon and we have little moonquake detectors, we might be able to get seismic information about the moon. If it's going to crash anyway, let's do some science with it. If you introduce a pressure wave into a solid object and you can time how long it takes to get through, and if it pivoted on an angle, you can learn all kinds of things. Are there layers in the moon of different material, of different densities? What's it made of? What's the core made of? Geophysicists love that, realizing they could detach from the third stage in just the right way to ensure that that third stage would collide with the moon. That would send a wave through the moon that the moonquake detectors would then be able to measure. And because among the scientific instruments left on the moon by previous missions, a little moonquake detector was among them. So this became routine to slam the third stage into the moon. And many people didn't care because we were distracted by the fact that there are human beings en route to the moon, and we cared about their safety and that they'll return. But the question will always be, what do you do with that rocket stage that got the rest of the rocket to do what it's supposed to do? It forms the collective bin of space junk that's out there. Basically, anything that went to the moon in a multi-stage rocket, the last of those stages is either orbiting the moon, slammed into the moon, or is wandering homeless in space, looking for a destination. So recently, SpaceX had one of its rocket stages slam into the moon. And I remembered some coverage of that. Oh, it's irresponsible. People were grumbling. Excuse me, this is happening all the time, and Apollo did it a half a dozen times, on purpose. And everybody else is gonna have one of these stages, and they gotta figure out what to do with it. It is a challenge, it's an engineering challenge, a rocket propulsion challenge as we move forward with our space ambition. Every mission to the moon is gonna have one of these free-floating last stages of its rocket, but we have to figure out what to do with them. I don't know what's worse, creating trash heaps and craters on the moon, or having the thing still going in an uncontrolled way, orbiting the Earth-Moon environment. I don't know. My personal jury is still out about what to do with these rocket parts. Maybe in the distant future, you don't have multi-stage rockets anymore. How do you get away with that? You have filling stations in space. So, your rocket runs out of fuel, refuel it, keep going. You don't have to drop it off anywhere because it's no longer dead weight, because it's holding your fuel. And that way we get rid of all wayward rocket stages. And nobody has to worry or write articles about them slamming into a planetary surface or wandering through space.